Welcome to another game of Catan. Today we are in second position, and looking at the board, we have a lot of wheat on this board. The 5, 8, 10 over on the left-hand side, 8 up in the north. The 8, 4, 10 spot looks decent here. Also the 3, 9, 6 with the strong OR going to the 3 to 1 port. You also have the 4, 10, 5, 5, 10, 9, all pretty decent spots. Now, there's a lot of wood wheat out, so I'm considering taking the 5, 10, 9, assuming that first position takes either the 6, 3, 9 here, 4, 8, 10. I don't think you take 5, 8, 10 though in first position, just because there's a good chance you get locked out of OR. Maybe the 6, 2 is open, but I bet the 5 gets locked out. You could also consider the 8, 4, 10 going off to the left, this 3 to 1 port. That'll probably be open here. Actually, do not do that because 3, 9, 4 cuts you off. Okay, so blue takes what I would have taken here, which is the 5, 10, 9, which I think is very decent. So I am considering now the 6, 9, 3. We also could genuinely consider the 5, 8, 10, assuming that we get on the 6, 2 here. But that is quite a bit risky. And we're easily blocked at the 6, and the 10's not that great. So I'm kind of hesitant to take that spot here. So I'm leaning towards the 3, 9, 6. Benefit being we can take this 3 to 1, maybe even this 3 to 1. Plenty of wheat outs. Then again, maybe not, because I bet third position or fourth position takes the 5, 8, 10. And then this 4, 8, 10 gets picked as well. So honestly, there is not a lot of wheat outs here. Less than I thought at least. So this does have me considering the 5, 8, 10 a little bit more here. Or even the 4, 8, 10 going up into the left here. But if we take that, we could assume that we get locked out of OR. But we might be close enough to connect here, and also that 3 to 1 port looks pretty good. High production, and we won't get locked out of wheat. I do like that here. But once again, the 3, 9, 4, we're getting chopped, so I think we're going to go back to this 6, 3, 9. That looks really good here. We'll take that. We might get locked out of wheat, but maybe we get on this 10, 3, 11, and then we go to this 8 wheat. I think that's our best shot, but I'm assuming the 5, 8, 10 gets taken here. Third position, they could do what I was considering, which is 5, 8, 10, 6, 2. Or, I mean, the 5 might not get locked out by fourth position, so red could just take the 5, 8, 10 and then assume that he gets on the 5 here, which has decent production on the 11, 4, 5, 11, 6, 5. Or best case scenario, 5, 6, 12, going off to the right to the sheep in 9, 12. But I really like blue's first placement here. I think they get locked out of wheat though, unless they want to take this 5, 2 to coordinate the 5s. So I think it is kind of a safe-ish bet to take the 5, 8, 10 here. It is also a lot of production. And worst comes to worst, if the 5 gets locked out from fourth position taking the 11, 6, 5, they could always just go to 6 or go for a road spot like the 11, 9, 4 here, and then get on this 3 to 1 pretty early. Okay, but he does decide to take the 11, 6, 5. So he closes out the OR for fourth position, which is smart. And he has a likely expansion here on the 6, 11, 12. I don't think that gets taken. So that's decent. Yeah, I like that because blue or red understands that taking the 4, 10, 8 is a pretty big risk. And he has plenty of outs on the 5, 8, 10, 8, 4, 10. And honestly, the 8, 4, 10 is really decent for him as well. He'll be able to connect for a road. Most likely. Strong wheat, strong OR. He's just missing the sheep, which he'll probably get here on the 6, 11, 12, or maybe the 12, 9, depending on how it rolls out. Now, my hope is that we can get at least on the 10, 3, 11, and then sneak onto this 8. Obviously, the 3, 4, 8 would be nice, but not sure if we get that here. Doubtful. Doubtful we get that here. So in fourth position, once again, you could do 5, 8, 10, 6, 2. A little risky. I don't know if OR wheat sheep's worth it on this board, given that the 6 gets blocked. 10's not a ton, and you're on a lot of wheat. It's going to take a while to get to the 3 to 1 port, so I think in fourth position you take the 5, 8, 10. and then maybe 9, 11, 10 here, or 3, 4, 8 for the free road, and then take that right to the 8, 10, or down. Try to take this 3-1 from us. Okay, so just take the 5, 8, 10. You could almost consider the 3, 6, 4 going to this wheat port, but the problem is your ratios are so messed up in the early game that I don't think it's worth it. Now, I do think you definitely point your road up, because knowing that you've most likely locked out the ore after third position places again, I'm going to probably fight for this 8-3 spot. Okay, so I think he either places 10, 11, 9. He places 4, 8, 10. Or if he really wants to go ore wheat sheep, he places 6, 2. Now, I don't know about 6, 2 on this board. Now, like any ore wheat sheep setups, you know, it's definitely possible. Excuse me. But it will be tough. Now, red, I think, takes the 4, 8, 10 here. And then he actually can go to this 3-1 port. No one can take the 3, 9, 4 to cut him off. And that's a really decent spot. Okay, so black takes the 4, 8, 10, which is interesting. Now red could consider taking the 9, 11, 10 here and go up to the ore. Otherwise, we have this 6 ore all to ourselves. Now he's pretty much locked out of wheat. He could do what we were planning on doing, which is the 10, 3, 11, and then getting on the 8, 3. I think that's really decent here. And that puts us in a tough spot. It almost makes me consider taking the 8, 3 ourselves, going off to the right, but that's obviously a very risky move. Especially given that we have this 8 wheat over here that could be open. Then again, I could see blue taking the 3, 8, so I don't know if we could road to the 3, 8. It's not a guarantee. Black is on an insane amount of wheat, but he's going to get to this 3-1 pretty quickly. So I think red either takes the 3, 8 himself to get on the wheat, the guaranteed wheat. But I bet he takes the 10, 3, 11 with the free road to the 8, 3. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. So now I'm tempted to take this 3, 4, 6 and go to the 3, 8. We just need the wheat here. And that'll give us the sheep. Now we will be fighting very hard with red to get to this 3, 8. We'll be on a lot of wood here as well. But it's a decent amount of production. Now the ratios obviously are not great to start. We'll be sitting on a lot of wood. If the 3 doesn't hit, we'll be in trouble because we'll need the brick. And we have no wheat to start, so this is very risky. And also, I mean, blue could take the 3, 8 here. It gives him wood and wheat to balance his brick, ore, and sheep, which I do not like at all. Now, another thing we can keep in mind, though, is that we can always road to the 3, 8, which I think is going to be absolutely necessary here. But this puts us out of contention for road, and we're not going to be able to compete with black for army very well. So I think we're going to do this. Now the question is, do we think blue takes the 8, 3 himself? Because, I mean, he's not starting on a 3-1 port like he would if he took the 3, 8 up top, which is There's a lot of benefit to that. But I don't want to waste our road here, because we could potentially fight for this 6-3-12, or 6-11-12. Which, you know what, I think we're going to do here. Just kidding. The bot places the road in the worst spot possible, which is up. Okay, so we have to pray that the 11 doesn't hit. I mean, if the road went left or right, that would be better than where it went. We will have to block red, unfortunately. Then again, we could always just sneak over to this 3-8. Maybe we just do that, just so we don't risk any issues with our opponents. But this road really is going to kill us. I'm going to take that for sure. Now this does hurt black quite a bit, so black might race us to the 3-8. See if we can get a brick here. We do. Tempted to get the dev card, but I think I'm going to hold. I wish we could have at least placed our road off to the right. That would have been very nice here, because this 6-11-12 is a decent expansion spot, or even the 4-11. Once we get on the 8, we can use that wheat port. So black might have enough to settle here. Now, problem with black's setup is he's on just so much wheat. Like, his ratios are not good. But he is on a ton of production as well. So I'm definitely not going to count him out. Blue has the coordinated 5s. No one takes this trade. I think we have to buy a dev here. I don't really want to 7 out. I don't think we get robbed early, but there's plenty of wheat too, so I'm not super worried about no one trading for us. Okay, I think red blocks black here. Maybe on this 5 wheat. I think that's the best block. Hurts blue as well with the coordinated 5s. Black starts talking in the chat and it burned him. He is on a ton of production, so I understand the play there. Definitely not going to trade the brick. Smart too, because if you place on the 5, blue's probably using that robber and places it back on red or black as well. Okay, 7. We could get blocked here since we have the brick. But it's definitely going to get moved right onto that 5. Okay, it goes on the 6. We'll use the knight just to slow blue down a little bit. I think blue's actually in a scarier position than black, at least right now. Then again, black does have the wheat, so we will take from him. Oh, we got this sheet. Maybe we should have taken from blue there. Okay, I hope blue robs from us here to put us under 8. Oh, okay, so he just blocks black and orders another dev card here. Okay, red's sitting on a lot of brick. Maybe he makes the trade for wood. Okay, black with some egregious trades. About two wood for wheat. If not, we'll just 4 for 1. I'm not super bummed about that. We should be able to get it next turn. I think black probably should have taken the trade for ore here since he's on none. And he's not getting to the 6-2 anytime soon, or ever probably, because blue's going to get on it. Now I can see red blocking us here, since we are about to place on a 3-8, and that'll make us pretty dangerous. But I think the 5 wheat is still a better block. Okay, so he does block the 5 wheat, steals from blue, which is smart. Blue probably has another knight. Okay, steals from red, so we have our settlement. Now I think I want to road settle on the 6. The 4-11 would also be nice. If we roll a 3, then we'll definitely consider that. Yeah, and I guess we're not racing red for it. I would have assumed red goes down, but he's going to the 12-9. I guess the wheat port doesn't help him a ton here. Okay, red gets robbed again. I'm surprised red's getting robbed here. I don't think they're actually a huge threat, but they probably are getting rode. And we do have our city now, which we are going to place on the 3-6-9. Definitely going to get robbed much more here. Don't really want to compete with blue. I think he's most likely got it locked, but I would like to keep that 5 wheat blocked as much as I can. Or that 5 war. Okay, blue going for another dev. Okay, we hit the 3. Maybe we can get the road settle. Okay, we will. Now, obviously, I'd like to cut off blue, but not really worth it here. There's an argument, though, to be had about buying the dev and then maybe waiting a turn to see if you could place another road, but problem is blue could do the same thing to me if he has a road building. So I'd rather just get it down. Plus, having a 6 roll out for 3 wheat here is huge. Now, we could, I think, compete for army. We're actually doing decent here, so I think I will get dev cards. Whereas I think road, just a couple of 11s hit, and red can compete with us pretty easily. And I'm not sure it's safe to continue expanding up this 8. We could close out the... Yeah, it's going on to 5 for sure. And we're going to steal from blue. We get the ore. Okay, I actually like that. So we could also build to it as well. I think our next objective is going to be this 4-11. And then I think I'd rather a city on the 3-8. Then again, okay, blocks a 6. That actually doesn't hurt us at all. We are on plenty of ore already. Now we could just keep fighting for army here and just do the... Let's see what people trade us. Black might make this trade. I think I am going to go for the dev card here, because if a 3 hits, then we have the roads already. And I think we're going to get blocked more here, so we might as well defend ourselves. And there, we get the road building. That's huge. Don't necessarily want to go for army, but we could also use the road building to snag road here at the end, because let's see. I might end up doing that instead. Because 3 roads will put us at 7. Road building gives us 2 roads. We already have another road in hand, so that would put us at 8. So if possible, I would like to cut off blue at the 6-2 with the road building. And then the next time a 3 hits, we can close out our road here. And that should lock us down for a while. Black making just ridiculous trades here. Okay, probably the 8 gets blocked. I'm not sure. I mean, black... If black gets the wheat port, that's pretty scary. I almost think I should cut off black at the 4-11. Yeah, so we can't even cut blue off anymore. Only problem is that probably takes off road building from the win here. I think we're going to just hold here. We'll see what plays out. Black's not going to be able to settle just yet. And depending on if a 3 hits, a lot could happen here. Also, if a 6, we'll have a city. Which, if you had a city, would you place it on the 3-8 here, or would you place it on the 3-4-6? I could understand we have the 3-1 port, so 3-4-6 looks good. But we do need cities here, and with an 8 hitting, that almost gets us there. Wow, okay. So we have the city for sure, which I think we are going to do on this 3-4-6. Wait, will we have the win? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That actually gets us really close. We could try porting for it as well. We could use the road building to close up the 3-4, get a 7. And then try just pulling for it. But I think we're going to just play it safe here. Because I don't necessarily think we need to do that. Okay, so I like the spot we're in now. Now the 8 is the thing that hurts us the most here, but we cut off black. We just need 2 more cities. I also didn't want to pull for it because it looks like blue and red have VPs and there's still plenty of dev cards in the deck, so I don't think it was worth pulling for it. And black takes road next turn, so I don't think it was worth wasting it. Because then black just takes road, he gets the wheat port, and then black's just back in the game completely. So that is not worth it to us. So we don't need our wood anymore. Hopefully he blocks the 6. Okay, yep, that's smart. That's smart on black to call that out. So we could just pull for the dev here. But I think we'll just go for wheat and play this slow. I think we should have it as long as we don't make any crazy mistakes. Once again, I'm not pulling for it. Then again, I could pull for it because there's only 2 in play. There's plenty of dev cards left. Monopoly helps us. You know what? I think we are going to pull for it because there's a lot of things in the deck that help us, and I'd rather not 7 out if we don't have to. So let's pull for it. Yeah, so that helps us a ton. Especially with our wheat being blocked. We just need a 6 and we have another city. And I think we're just going to 7 out there. Let me know if you think differently, but I think pulling for it's fine here. So hopefully we can get a 6 to roll out. 3's not bad either, actually. That'll get us the town on the 8. Which obviously we don't mind here. Now red is actually in a scary position, so I think we're going to start blocking this 5 instead now. Because once red takes road, he could be at 9. Black, it's going to be a while till he gets anywhere close to 10. I'll have to pass here. Yeah, that 5 is going to kill us. And it's going to be fairly easy for red to take road, I think. Bootless Bill. Okay, so I think red's a real threat now. This 5 needs blocked. Okay, so now we're a little worried here. We need a 6 to hit. Your planning will get us 1 city, but still not so simple. I will take that trade. Reason being that I could always road to the 11 if a brick hits. Or if a 3 hits, I should say. Yeah, I'm assuming black gets on the 8, so. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, he can't get on the 8. He still needs a city. Oh, there's the city. Okay. Okay, so the 3 hits. So we could road onto the 8. That hurts black. Wow, blue now at 7. And we're at 8 too. So we could 7 out here. No matter what, we should get the city, but this is looking scary. I don't know what 2 dev cards red has. He could very well have a VP. Our 8's blocked. So I think we rode actually onto the 8. Wait, could we also take road here? Wait, we could take road here, can't we? I'm an idiot. We could take road here. You guys are probably screaming at the screen. GG. If I missed that, I know you guys would have been pissed. So we finally we finally got the win. Rode in the last turn. So I think this is a good game. I think black made some pretty ludicrous trade offers that I think just angered people. Like, I think that's why I got blocked earlier on. Obviously he's on a lot of production, but he doesn't look that scary here, even like compared to blue, because it took him a while to get up that first city. None of the ports really helped him that much. In fact, he couldn't even get to the wheat port. He's on the sheep port, but he's just on the 10s. That doesn't help him. Now, I like what blue did, but I think he could have been more dangerous had he placed on the 3-8. It would have been better ratios for him. And then he still could have gone off to this 8. Now, I don't hate the play because, I mean, he has the coordinated 5s, but that's going to make him a target to some extent because you don't want, I mean, the second the 5s roll out, he gets blocked. But I like our placements. Overall, I think we did well. Maybe it was a mistake, too, for red to place in the middle because it took him a while to get to a port that really helps him. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.